So now we're in SE1. We're going to go and see a pub called the Market Porter. Behind me is London Bridge. Now, the Market Porter is sitting in the market of Borough Market, which is said to have been there from about the 12th century. Now, why has it been there so long? Why is it alleged to be the oldest fruit and veg market in London? Because of London Bridge. London Bridge obviously isn't the same as the iconic images we know from the past, but years ago, throughout hundreds of years, London Bridge was the only way to cross in this region. Today you have to walk thousands of yards to another bridge, Blackfriars Bridge or wherever, but in the past this was your only way in or out of London, so this was a very congested place, as it is today. For that reason, a market was set up which has maintained for hundreds of years, and now it's a lot more, shall we say, gentrified than it used to be, and we're gonna have a walk down there. So cameraman, but bear in mind, this view here was the fantastic London Bridge that you see that used to have homes erected on the actual bridge, and during the Great Fire of London was destroyed. And if you remember, in some images there was even heads that would be put on spikes at the entrance of the bridge just to warn people not to misbehave. So let's turn around, cameraman, and have a look at this utter ant farm that is Borough Market. Now, just before we go into Green Dragon Court, which is this congested stairwell here, I'm going to mention this plaque here, which many people don't notice. This alludes to the 2017 terror attack, which took place on London Bridge, which saw a few people killed. People ran into Borough Market to escape, and it actually has here the name James Alexander McMullen, who was one of the victims. So, and it also has here, if you look over here, a beautiful sign, Old Thameside Inn and Kathleen May. There are a couple of beautiful pubs down by the Thames side, which we're going to go and have a look at soon. But I think that's lovely, and not really enough people notice it, so I thought we'd give it a brief mention. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lubricate ourselves and then slip into this ant farm. Let's go. It's going to be a slow process. Now, if you're short of a few pound note, this probably isn't the market for you. But this is beautiful through here. If you look just through here from the cameraman, it's actually lovely through there, cobbled path and what have you, but they sort of changed it with a bit of a yuppie bar, if you like, unfortunately. So, as you can see, it's not easy to get through. Now, Borough Market isn't my usual sort of place. It's not Dan's usual sort of place to come and get food. I mean, if you're flush, then you're laughing because everything's a bit pricey. But what I will say is everything here is organic and it's checked. So let's just have a walk through and have a look at some of the stalls, because they have got some first-class food. And, you know, if you wanted to, you could stay here all day just eating delicious dishes. So let's go and have a look, come. Artisan salsa. Now we're talking. Look, over there, organic cheese, look. that up. Now, I'm not a big cheese fan, but if you are, this is the sort of place that will drive you absolutely potty. I know a few people that are big cheese fans.
How are you doing? So good. Yeah, Nick doing a little bit.
Organic sweets. I'd be interested to know how they class them as organic. Now this I do have a weakness for. Tasty cakes. And beautiful bread as well. Look at all that. Look. Now I'm not a big fan of brown bread. I can eat it with prawn sandwiches, but that is seriously brown bread. Look at that. Look at that. There's someone very close to me who'd be looking at all this. Really, they know what they're looking at. I haven't got a clue what I'm looking at. You know, they call me a commoner, but there's someone I spend a lot of time with who'd be buying all this. Look at those sausages. Come around this way, Dan, look. Oh, look at that. Go at the back there, look. How lovely they are. And I'm not a black pudding fan, but I know a few people that would bite your hand off for that.
And for Lincolnshire, yeah?
Can you imagine how well his family eats? Now, there is a bit of a queue for me to get my sausage roll, so we'll say goodbye for a moment and then we'll come back to you when I've got my roll. Bear with me. So this is the reason we're in Borough Market. This is the Market Porter. Now, for those of you out there who are chronic piss artists, you're going to like this one because this pub opens the earliest in all of London. There are others that open early, like the Counting House in the city, but this is the earliest, at 6:30 in the morning. For our American audience, that's 6:30 a.m. that this beautiful building, which I absolutely adore, actually, I know I say that a lot, but I mean it, because I moan about buildings I don't like, so I might as well say it when I do like a building, that this opens. Now, like Smithfield Meat Market, markets traded basically around the clock. So it wasn't unusual for pubs to open that early. Just because it's your morning doesn't mean it's not someone else's nighttime, depending on what hours you're working. So not only is it great for if you've been out the night before and you need somewhere to go, it's also a reminder of market trading culture. But before we depart, I think I'd better get a sausage roll from the Ginger Pig. Follow me, please, cameraman. So, the lovely lady who prepares this said it was probably too hot for me. I'll be the judge of that. I can get it open. Look at that bad boy there. The smell coming off that is unreal. It is hot. Oh my word, that is amazing. That is first class. I'm not just saying it for effect, that really is good. Now that queue, how long was I in that queue? 20 minutes? over 20 minutes. I was starting to think this better be worth it, but I'll tell you what, that's burning my insides, that is. One bite and I can actually feel the stodge off that. Yeah, that's first class. Borough Market, ladies and gents. Might be a bit poncy for me, but food's good. I'll give it that. Anyway, see you in a bit.